the adults' motivations aside, at least for us kids, these were supposed to be a fun couple of days where we cousins deep into our friendship. Alright, everybody, welcome back to some more Umineko when they cry. We've gotten pretty far along, and the first thing I want to mention is thank you for 96 subscribers. That's great. I've gotten 96 since I started back again with Umineko, now on episode 3. So, great job, y'all. We're doing great. We are 4 subscribers away from 100, and I still have no clue what to do for 100. But I still can't believe we're this close to getting 100. So I apologize if I can't get out a special video in time. I genuinely won't be able to. I think I'll wait till I have 1,000 videos on my channel and cannot time the 100 subscriber special with 1,000 videos on my channel, because I currently have, I think I currently have like 930. Maybe have we reached 40 videos? 940 videos on my channel. I don't know, but we're quite up there. Okay, we're going really high up there in numbers. An insane bunch. We're gonna reach 1,000 really soon, and if we're going at this rate with subscriber amounts too, we might reach 100 very soon. 100 subscribers. That's unbelievable to think about. 100 people clicking the subscribe button, and I don't even tell you guys to. You know what I mean? The fact that you guys do it, and I don't even tell you guys, because I see it all the time with other YouTube videos. I see people saying, "Oh yeah, click the subscribe button so you can support me or whatever," right? So I understand that, but I don't even tell you guys to click subscribe, and y'all subscribe anyway. 96 of y'all did. 96 of you guys did, and that's crazy to me. That is unbelievable. So thank you, whoever did 96th and 95th and everyone before subscribers were. I do appreciate it, because you know, I don't wanna. I mean, to be fair, asking you guys to subscribe wouldn't be forcing you guys to subscribe, but I don't want to force anyone to subscribe or anything like that, right? I want to force anyone to. Honestly, I don't want to force anyone to watch, right? It's just, if you want to watch, you can watch. You can watch without liking the video or without subscribing. It doesn't matter to me. I don't really care. I mean, it's not that I don't care. I mean, obviously I care about the support I get, yeah, but I don't care if no one supported me in a way. I mean, that sounds kind of that sounds depressing, but I don't, I've done videos for years without getting this sort of support. And so that's what I mean by I don't care about not getting support. I'm not desperate for it, basically. That's basically it. It's not that I don't appreciate it. I appreciate it when it happens, but if it doesn't happen, I'm not gonna try to force it to happen, basically. So yeah. But yeah, thank you. 4 subscribers away. That's crazy to me, man. Insane. If we do reach 100 subscribers, I don't know what to do. I'm sure I'm supposed to do a special thing. I probably am supposed to do a special thing, but I don't know. I don't know what I have no idea what I could possibly do for 100 subscriber special. I don't know. Something that fits with my channel, and I don't know. I don't know. So we'll wait and see. I mean, for now, thankfully we don't have to worry about it, and thankfully, as long as you guys who haven't subscribed don't subscribe, as long as that doesn't happen, I don't have to worry about it. Now I'm doing the opposite. Now I'm discouraging you guys from subscribing. That's probably counterintuitive, isn't it? Yeah. Well, the videos are gonna pile up anyway, so we're gonna reach 1,000 videos eventually. We're close to reaching 1,000 videos. That's a lot of videos on my channel, but and about 10% of those have become Umineko videos by now. I have uploaded over 100 Umineko videos, haven't I? I think I have uploaded over 100 Umineko videos, which adds up to over 150 hours, I think. I think I've read Umineko for 150 hours now, which is a crazy amount. This visual novel is long, and we're what, halfway through episode 3, I think? So, yeah, this is gonna take us a while. We might be done with Umineko after 400 hours. It might take us 400 hours to be done with Umineko, which is a crazy amount of time, a lot of time consumption. But you know what? For a story that is as good as this, I'll take it. Okay, so as to not make it 1,000 hours, let's recap last part and get right into it. Last part we had Brown Tube talk. right? Okay, Virgilia. Sorry. She's got a new name, Virgilia. I'm gonna stick to that from now on. I actually haven't uploaded the last video recorded yet. I haven't uploaded that yet, so I haven't gotten any comments regarding what you guys think of the name. So for this part, I'm gonna stick with Virgilia, and I'm gonna stick with that until that video is uploaded and I receive comments from you guys. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that. But Virgilia, um, she helped Battler out and made him acknowledge that, hey, we're in a kind of Schrodinger's cat situation, right, where magic can exist, but also your interpretation of what happened can exist, and both are right? Like, as long as you don't open the box, you don't know whether the cat is dead or not, right? That's basically what Virgilia argued, right? Because that's right. I mean, if you don't open the box, and kind of the same thing can be denoted to the Hempel's Raven thing, right? Where they talked about having 18 boxes and 19 boxes, and and the culprit being one of the. If the culprit is not the 19th person, then if you open the 19th person, you'd know immediately whether or not it's 19th person or not, or whether it's gotta be one of the 18 people. And that's kind of the same thing. That's kind of Schrodinger's cat as well, where both are right. The culprit being the 19th person and it being one of the 18 people. Both are kind of truths until you open the boxes, right? It's the same sort of logic. We have a Schrodinger's cat situation, right? Until we externally interact with it, we can't know. Now, of course, Schrodinger's cat, I studied it years ago in high school, so I kind of actually, since I haven't studied it since, I don't exactly remember it. I do vaguely remember what it was all about, but for at least in particle physics, it was all about how you don't know the momentum or the exact. You don't know. Yeah, you can't know the exact momentum and location of a particle unless you externally interact with it. But when you do externally interact with it, it gets, in a weird way, pinpointed to a certain point. So it's kind of vague, where it's like it can be anywhere, right? The particle can be anywhere as long as we don't externally interact with it. But the moment we do, it gets pinpointed to a fast spot, and it's there. And basically that yeah, I mean, it was kind of hard to understand even for me when I first read about it, and I still don't 100% get the idea, but I kind of do. Then there's also what Heisenberg said. No, not Breaking Bad, all right? This is not Breaking Bad Heisenberg, like the real life Heisenberg, which honestly, that's probably where his name comes from. That's probably where I don't really know, but about that much behind the thought behind Breaking Bad. But Walter White in Breaking Bad, Heisenberg, his name was probably inspired by Heisenberg in real life. You know, the physics guy. He's a physics guy and a chemistry guy, which makes sense considering Walter White is a chemistry man himself, right? He's a really good. He was really good. What would you call it? Chemist. Yeah, he's a really good chemist himself, right? I mean, he's able to make really good math, according to the people in the show. So, yeah, the real life Heisenberg, you know, man that died like 100 years ago or something. See, this is long ago. There was another theory that regarding particles where there's a law of improbability where you, we can't 100% know both the location and the momentum of something. Okay, if we find out 100% the location of something, then it's impossible. Physically, it's impossible for us to know the momentum of it. And at the same time, if you find out the momentum of it, it's physically impossible for us to find out the exact location of it. Which means which means technically, even on large scale stuff, we don't know the exact location of anything or the momentum of anything, because there's a specific number for the improbability of it. So if you're touching a table, you don't know 100% certain that the table is exactly there, and simultaneously the table's momentum as you're touching it. It's impossible to know that. However, in macro scale, it literally makes no difference. The difference. It does not matter. This is only important when it comes to the smallest particles, like electrons and protons. Like the really small particles and the quarks and that. So it doesn't really matter for macro scale. I took a table as an example, but realistically, you can essentially treat it as a still table and touch it, and that's the exact location of it. It does not matter because the table is huge compared to an atom size. A table is massive, completely massive. Or maybe should I say, the atom is extremely small, because I feel like we can all agree tables are not really massive. It's more like atoms are extremely. I mean, all of it is relative. What's massive, what's small, it's all relative at the end of the day, right? I mean, a table is extremely small compared to the size of the moon, right? I mean, right? I mean, the table is unbelievably small compared to the size of the moon. So all of it is really relative. And now I told you guys that a table is extremely big compared to the size of an atom, and that the moon is extremely big compared to the size of a table. Now compare an atom to the moon. The difference is our brains cannot comprehend the difference in size, so we won't. We won't, because the difference is too big. Now, of course, then the difference in size between the moon and this galaxy we're in. Alright, we can keep going on and on and on about that. It's a whole great. I'm sure we can do different philosophical discussions about that and stuff. But regarding Umineko, back on topic. I went on a tangent there, but back on topic with Umineko. Both are true, right? I mean, as long as we don't check the Schrodinger's box, the cat being dead and it being alive are both true. Just like how in physics, a particle being in any location, being in any theoretical location, all of those are right. It's not until we use external look, we get an external look that we can pinpoint the particle, and then the particle goes whoop and pinpoints itself on an exact location. So, yeah, that's basically it. But both are true. Until we externally look at it, it's still true. So, yeah. The cat being alive and the cat being dead, both are true until we look at it, because we can't really prove what's inside until we look at it. Same thing can work for the switch game between Battler and Beato. Magic existing, but also the huge towers being caused, I don't know, by some scientific explanation, like, I don't know, an earthquake, or maybe, or the fact, I mean, just the fact that there's no magic remaining in the Rose Garden, like Battler argued, proves that, hey, you can't say your magic is what really happened. Your magic is what really happened here. Just like how I can't say my science is exactly what happened here either. Both are true. Both are as equally true as they are equally false. As until we prove it. Okay. Now, of course, there's Occam's. What do you guys call it in English? Occam's razor. Why isn't that? Yeah, I think in English you guys say Occam's razor. So there's Occam's razor, where it's like the theory with the least variables is the most likely theory, right? And Occam's razor is actually really good here. In Umineko, it's been used before, I think, in Umineko as well. So that's another important one, right? I mean, if you use Occam's razor, is it easier to explain what happened with magic or with scientific theories? Considering what happened between Beato and Virgilia, I think they're both. I mean, they're both right, but at the end of the day, no matter what Occam's razor says, they're still both of the theories are equally true. So both Battler and Beato's side is equally right in a way. So yeah, there's that. Other things happened last part too. It wasn't just that whole Virgilia helping out Battler, teaming up against Beato. We also had we also had we also had the family searching for the servants and the dead bodies. They found out that the children were safe. Then they went to the parlor and found Shannon's body there. And now they're seemingly going to check out the rest of the of the rooms with magic circles on them to see where the other 5 servants are, and eventually they probably are gonna need to find Kinzo, who's most likely in the boiler room considering the smell that came from the boiler room. So there's that. But now that they found Shannon, they can take the master key from her, and that's probably going to be really convenient when it comes to opening all the different doors. And yeah, now we're here with the kids, right? The kids doing stuff and, you know, wishing to deepen their friendships, but, you know, for the adults being very greedy and stuff like that, they get in the way. So yeah, let's continue this on and let's see where it goes. All right. However, when we woke up, there was an unbelievably cruel reality waiting for us. Rest in peace, Shannon. Rest in peace, servants. George, Annika, and Jessica were crying over Shannon, Chan, and Kanon's deaths. Okay, so those are the only bodies they found so far? Or unless... Oh, what's this? Okay, I've never seen this room before, but I'll get to it in a second. Unless they just mentioned those 2 names, because obviously Jessica and Kanon and George and Shannon, so that's why they mentioned those names. I think that's the more likely reason. And they've already found the other bodies too. Maybe they haven't found Kinzo's body, maybe they've only found the servant's body so far. But yeah. Oh hey, look, there's a nipple lamp. Look, it's a nipple lamp. Yeah, that's what I call those lamps, to be honest, because they look like nipples. But you know, or there's another one there. All right, cool. For some reason, these lamps are extremely common. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what people call them. Do they call them boob lamp or nipple lamps? I don't know, but whatever. I don't. Interesting design choice, basically. Okay, right now everyone who's alive was gathered in the lobby on the 1st floor of the guest house. How have you never seen this lobby before? This looks great. And there were 12 of us. Let's see. Yep, that's correct. That's the numbers match up. All right. Unbelievable, right? There were 18 up until yesterday, and in one night, a third of that number had lost their lives. So they found Kinzo as well, right? My agitation had finally settled down, and along with my lack of sleep from being woken up so early in the morning, I was beginning to feel like this was just a little unreal. I want to think this is some kind of bad dream. My cheap escapism kept telling me that was true, over and over. This lobby looks fantastic! This is better than the parlor, almost. Just as good. Maria had gone back to sleep in the sofa Auntie Rose was sitting in. Rather than her having nerves of steel, she probably genuinely hadn't had enough sleep. Or it's Maria. It's Maria. Does she really care that much? She knows she's gonna get in the golden land, so she knows about this ritual. She knows it's destined to happen. I think it's not about nerves at all. I think it's just whatever for her, right? It's just another Sunday, where you know, golden land time. She gets to go to the golden land. All right. Oh! Rudolph's holding a gun? He's holding the classic gun. Okay, so this is what I saw in the opening. We saw this in the opening, remember? Of the Umineko. We saw Rudolph holding a gun, and now we're finally seeing it. So maybe Rudolph will use it in action this episode, maybe not. But yeah, this is the gun that previously Rosa held in episode 2 and Nazi in episode 1. So it's Rudolph time, maybe. The others were grasping members of grandfather's collection of short barrel rifles. Apparently a remnant from the period when he was obsessed with westerns. There were 4 identical guns altogether. Those had been split up between the 4 siblings, Cross, Eva, Dad, and Rosa. Paper boxes filled with bullets lay on the table, and the siblings were silently loading their guns.
なんだか怖え。こいつに触ってると今でも親父に触るなって怒鳴られてぶん殴られるような気がするぜ。
I get the feeling Dad's about to yell, "Don't touch that," and hit me.
ならよかったな。いくら触ってももう殴られることは。
No matter how much you touch it, you won't be hit again. Cross also holding a gun. Here we go.
信じられないわ。あのお父様がこんな最後を迎えるなんて。
Can't believe it, that father would meet this kind of end. So I guess they did find him in the boiler room, his burnt body.
金蔵さんに限って普通に床で亡くなるようなことはないだろうと思っていましたが、それにしてもむごすぎる。
It's too terrible.
ねえ、あれは本当にお父様なのかしら。
I mean, check for the toes. He's got polydactyli, doesn't he?
私は別人の死体でごまかした替え玉を疑ってるんだけど。
The polydactyli, that's his corpse. That makes it obvious. You ever suspecting that it's a different corpse as a substitute?
いいね。あれは間違いなくお
Yep.
父様です。
Because of the polydactyli, right? The 6 toes.
足の指をご覧になったでしょう。
Yep, his toes. Yep, yep, yep.
世間広しといえど、両足の指が6本の人間はそうはいませんよ。
In general society, there aren't many humans with 6 toes on both feet. Correct! Me included. I don't have 6 toes on both my feet, so... Yeah, see, your father is an outlier.
でも、いないとも言えない。
Also true. So what are you gonna do? The culprit found a substitute that also had 6 toes and burnt their body up and then boom?
多子症は珍しくない病気だと聞いたわ。
I've heard that polydactyly isn't a rare disease. I think there might be some people in my family that have polydactyli. I don't know. There may be, maybe not. I don't know anyone that does have it. I feel like the people who do have it, they probably don't go around announcing it though. Like, yo, did you know that I have 6 toes? Right? I feel like if I had it, nobody would know for years. Like, a friend of mine could never know for years. And then all of a sudden, one day we'll be sitting together and all my feet will be out. And then they'll see 6 toes and go, wait, Amin, you have 6 toes? And I go, yeah, I have polydactyly. And he goes, what? I've known you for years and I never knew. So I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, it's so minor. And especially because it's the toes, it's the feet, nobody... It really does not need to be brought attention. You don't need to bring attention to it, really.
大仕掛けの大好きな方なんでしょ?
He's one who like big tricks, right? I guess it's not that rare for disease, according to Kiria. I mean, I don't know. I have 5 toes. I don't know, but I mean, I'm in the majority here. I know that.
どこかで両足の指の数が自分と同じな遺体を手配したかもしれないわ。
He might have prepared a body from somewhere that had the same number of toes on both feet. He might have.
バカバカしい。そんなこと何のためにするというのですか?
What would possess him to do something like that?
普通の人にならわしもそう言うわ。しかしあのお父さんや桐江さんの話も全くの口頭無形とは言い切れんのやないか?
We can't say for sure that what Kiria says is nonsense.
死傷したのは身元の確認が難しいという。歯型とか骨格とかいろいろ調べる方法はあるはずさ。警察が調べれば一発で身元なんかわかるに決まってる。
If the police investigated, they'd be bound to know whose body it was in an instant.
問題は警察より先に電話技師が必要だという点だがね。
Before the police, we need a telephone engineer. Yeah.
この台風じゃ船は来られないでしょうね。なら明日になるのかしら。
The boat probably won't come in this typhoon, so will it come tomorrow?
おそらく明日の9時にもう一度船が来てくれるでしょう。そこで警察に連絡できると思います。
Just like in episode 1, it'll arrive at 9 o'clock, and then we will be able to contact the police.
私たちも、そして犯人も、つまり台風が通り過ぎるまでこの島に閉じ込められたってわけね。
Both us and the culprit have been imprisoned on this island. Just from our parents' conversation, you could probably figure out the general gist, but let's explain the situation anyway. First, early that morning, in various places throughout the mansion, a total of 6 corpses of grandfather and all the servants had been found one after another. First, grandfather had been fed to the flames in the boiler room and was completely burnt. Let's check the bodies, the character files real quick. So, human side. Let's first check Kinzo. Alright. Discovers the burn comes from the incinerator in the underground boiler room. As there were no signs that he fought to get out of the incinerator, it seems reasonable to think that he was burned after he was murdered. Too bad this time. Game over right at the very start. Too bad. Alright. Genji. Corpse discovered in the second floor VIP room. Ooh, second floor VIP room. That's Beato's room. Okay. The murder weapon is assumed to be a gun or spear-shaped object. In appreciation for his many years of service, Genji shall be permitted to sleep in the VIP room. Okay. Why is the murder weapon assumed to be either a gun or a spear-shaped object? Why? I feel like those are two different objects, right? There's two different ways of killing someone. I feel like if it was a gun, you'd know if it's a gun and not a spear-shaped object, and vice versa. That's what I'm confused about. Alright, let's keep going for now though. Corpse discovered in the parlor on the first floor. The murder weapon is assumed to be a gun or spear-shaped object. Again, why a gun? Isn't it just the 7 stakes? For Shannon, the parlor, whose view of the rose garden was beautiful on sunny... For Shannon, the parlor, whose view of the rose garden was beautiful on sunnier days. Okay. Canon. Corpse discovered in the chapel. Whoa! Oh! In the chapel, you say? The murder weapon is assumed to be... Okay, well, whatever. The chapel for Canon. Even after death, keep on protecting the place important to the Lord. Huh. Genji. Okay. Okay. Gora. Corpse discovered in the third floor servants' quarters. Okay, in the servants' quarters, third floor. Okay. He wanted to gain Kinzo's favor. The room next to the study is appropriate for him. Fair enough. Kumasawa Chiyo. Corpse discovered in the second floor guest room. Okay, so she died in the rose garden, and she was carried over to the second floor guest room. The seldom used guest room on the second floor was her secret napping spot. Nice. Okay. Secret napping spot. Alright. Okay. The servants were found dead, each locked in one of the various rooms throughout the mansion onto which magic circles had been drawn. The cause of death for the servants was uncertain, but according to Dr. Nanjo's diagnosis, there was a high likelihood that they had been stabbed by something like a spear, or possibly shot by a gun. Okay, so Nanjo... So, I guess being shot by a gun and being stabbed by a spear is a similar sort of thing. A similar sort of wound. Here's my issue with that. Is that in previous episodes, whenever they get got by the 7 stakes, right? By the stakes and stuff, the stakes remain. So you'll see the stakes like on their body, right? But now Nanjo's saying that it's either a gun or a spear-shaped object, which means that the stakes aren't there anymore. So this is different from previous episodes where the stakes kept being there, right? We saw that with the drill on Hideyoshi's body. We saw that with Jessica's body, right? We saw that how the stakes were still on them or in them. So, okay. That was why the adults had started arming themselves with the rifles. Makes sense. And what made the situation even more chaotic was that the telephone lines were out of order. It was unknown whether lightning had caused them to break down or whether the culprit had destroyed them. I will say though, I'm really glad, I'm gonna clap to this, I'm really glad that the visual novel is going over this quickly. Because we've already been through this 2 episodes now. So I'm glad they're going like, alright, whatever, you've seen this before. You get the gist of it. Telephones line aren't working. They got got by the 7 stakes. Whatever. Here are the 7 rooms they died in. Let's move on. I like that they're doing this. Because at this point, we know the gist. We know what's happening. We don't need a whole six siblings realizing that, oh no, the phone lines aren't working. And, oh no, Nanjo figures out that, oh no, there they were stabbed or shot or something like that. We don't need that. We already know the gist. We've seen it happen. So I'm glad that they're skipping through it quickly because we already know what's going on. In any case, contact with the outside was broken off and we couldn't contact the police. So until tomorrow morning when the typhoon would pass and the boat would come, we would have to protect ourselves. After all, Rock and Jim was now isolated by the typhoon. And just like how we were stuck on the island, so was the culprit. It seemed that the adults had stayed up the whole night, spending the whole time holding the family conference in the mansion's dining hall. And even so, this crime had occurred in the mansion. Alright. So right when the adults had been getting worked into a frenzy over money, the murderer had been killing under the same roof. I'll say this too, aren't the adults getting sleepy by now? I mean, they haven't slept all night and it's 7 AM. They should be really tired. If I was them, I'd go snooze. Maybe they're so paranoid or worried about the murder that they can't sleep, but I'll be really freaking tired not having slept all night and it's 7 AM. Yo, I don't know how they haven't just slept on the spot. And Maria's sleeping instead. I mean, to be fair, Maria's a kid, but still. Aunt Nazi said that they were strict on locking the doors and windows at night. And yet, some suspicious person had entered the mansion. The adults had decided that the inside of the mansion was too large to be safe. So they had pulled out the guns and moved to the guest house where we had been. Which brings us to the present. George, Aniki and us others begged to see Shannon-chan's body, but the adults refused point blank, saying that we must not until the police arrive. That wasn't just because they had sealed all the rooms to preserve the scene. After all, the culprit who killed 6 people had wandered about that mansion. To the Shiromiya family right now, the mansion, which should have been their home, was like a danger zone that an unknown murderer had entered. It makes sense. I mean, the mansion is vast. There are plenty of blind spots in dark places, and it's just too vast to guarantee absolute safety with this number of people. In contrast, the guest house is a much smaller building than the mansion. 2 stories tall. Number of rooms, about 10. That's a lot of rooms. Apparently, it had originally been constructed to serve as a boarding house for when the island was to be turned into a resort. So it's easy to grasp the entire structure and easy to guarantee safety. That makes it a good place to hole up in. And there's an extremely high likelihood that this mass murder of 6 people is a game. This mass murder of 6 people is a game. Because the culprit had proclaimed that in a letter. I heard that a Western-style envelope with a family crest, just like the one Maria claimed to have received from Beatrice yesterday, had been found in the boiler room where grandfather's corpse had been discovered. Okay, so what did the letter say? This was what the letter said. So that there will be no misunderstandings, the game I seek is whether or not you can solve the riddle of the Epitaph, not whether or not you can catch me. If you do not solve the riddle of the Epitaph, the pitiful sacrifices will further increase in number. It would be more wise to spend your time solving the Epitaph than searching for me. If no one can solve the riddle of the Epitaph, no one will survive. If a person appears with skill enough to solve the riddle of the Epitaph, I will give them all the gold of the Golden Land, the Shiromiya family headship, and all of my power. I was the one who succeeded the Shiromiya family headship from Kinzo-sama, and I look forward to seeing who will receive the headship from me. Beatrice the Golden. Okay. As always, we're used to this by now. Alright. This riddle of the Epitaph was that thing. That strange epitaph written in the same place as the portrait of the witch displayed in the hall of the mansion. Grandfather was the one who ordered that it be written, and the person who solved it would supposedly be given the family hatchet or the hidden gold or something like that. Ever since it was first displayed there several years ago, all the relatives, despite making fun of it in the open, had secretly challenging. Well, I did say there's been twice. Had secretly been challenging that riddle in private. All right. However, up until today, no one had solved it. We had once again been told to solve that unintelligible riddle, and this time we had been threatened that if we didn't solve it, we will all be killed. If this wasn't a game, what would you call it? The bold opinion that we should search the premises for the culprit did come up once. However, there was a good chance they were armed, and there wasn't necessarily only one of them. And while they might have been able to kill more than 6 people, they had stopped at 6. In the end, the opinion that we should avoid carelessly and antagonizing the culprit and hole up in a safe place while we waited for the police to arrive won out. After the adults had carefully checked that the doors and windows in the guest house were locked, they set up camp in the lobby. And as they fingered their guns to distract themselves from the tension, their expressions showed that they were already fatigued from this long day, which had still barely begun. Well, also, they didn't sleep at night. Now, I feel like that's major fatigue right there, automatically. There was nothing that I could do. Now all I could do was be taught how to use a gun, to prepare for the off chance that something would happen which led to an excess of guns. That's the way. Just obediently stay there, me and the rest of you. Beato?
また最初は6人か。
I mean, come on, we're used to this.
しかも今回はじい様と使用人が全部まとめてときたもんだ。
This time it's grandfather and all of the servants put together. I mean, we're used to this though, Battler, right? 6 people died in the first fight, in the first night, then 2, and then praise her noble name. We're used to that.
おそらく
Oh, I thought I was talking with Beato. I'm talking with Regalia. Okay.
あの子は前回のゲームでのあなたの指し手を慎重に研究したのでしょう。そしてあなたが最初に疑うと高い確率で推定される駒を最優先で奪ったに違いありませんよ。
Taking the pieces which she guessed you were most likely to first suspect. Wait, Regalia. You're saying she placed the highest priority upon taking the pieces which she guessed you were most likely to first suspect. That implies that she can choose. I thought the Devil's Roulette she couldn't choose. This is just like when Beato promised Kanon that he could take whoever he wanted to and he could take whoever he wanted to the Golden Land with him, right? He could choose to survive and go to the Golden Land, right? That also implied that Beato could choose. So, can Beato choose who dies in these sacrifices, or is it all done by this roulette? I think we're capping here. If Beato could choose, then the whole roulette thing is cap. She's just lying to us. She can always do what she wants, and that's why I hate her, because she's just cruel like that and she lies to us.
筋だな。前回も前々回も。屋敷に精通し、マスターキーを持ち歩く使用人たち全員は常に最高順位で疑わしい人物だった。
Correct.
前回のゲームの例えばジェシカの密室がいい例だ。
Correct.
使用人が犯人であることを認めさえすれば、あんなのは密室でも何でもない。
Correct.
故にあの子はそこを真っ先に切りに来た。
Which means she can choose who to kill in the first Twilight, which means that they're not chosen by the roulette. So saying that Kinzo had bad luck, I don't know about that one. Maybe Beato chose him for some reason.
あなたがやがて逃げ込むであろう退路を真っ先に塞ぎに来たのでしょう。
ベアトはすでに赤で、この島には19人以上いないと宣言している。
She did.
それはつまり諦めろってことだ。もう俺は18人の誰かを疑わざるを得ない。
Will do though. How you can suspect? She says 18 people. That assumes that they're humans. How you can suspect? You can't say that it's a really smart gorilla or monkey that did the killings, and that would also be true. Just like her magic theory. Remember the brown troops? You don't have to suspect one of the 18. Just saying. You can suspect a gorilla. A gorilla from the hidden mansion came over here, and a gorilla is a genius, alright? And managed to cleverly kill kill the servants and Kinzo, burned his body, and then drew the magic circles. I'm just saying, brown tubes. That's right. I'm not any more wrong than saying that it's magic. I'm not wrong. I don't care.
あの子はその18人の駒をすべて奪い切った上で、存在しないはずの19人目として降臨し、あなたに自らが魔女であることを認めさせる手で来るでしょう。
I mean, yeah, that's what she's done so far. That's what she did in episode 1 too.
魔法を見せつけることで強引に屈服させる。恫喝的手法がもはや通じない以上、あの子にさせるのは成功法だけなのですから。
She can only make a frontal attack. I see. I see.
上等だ。もうハッタリは通用しねえぜ。
Bluffing won't work anymore.
気をつけて。まやかしは魔女の最も得意とするところ。あの子が何を言おうと、何を見せようと、あなたが信じる真実を決して脅かすことなどできないのです。それを忘れないで。
Thank you, Virgilia. I'll always not forget you. I'll always remember you.
お、
I don't know why I said not forget instead of remember.
そう何度も同じ手が通用してたまるかってんだ。出てこいよ、ベアトリーチェ。
Oh, so she is listening to us.
おっ始めようぜ。
Or is she not? Answer! Yes!
すでに勝負のテーブルに着席しておるわ。
Yes! I love this soundtrack! I already selected the match table. Here we go! With the hype soundtrack. Dun, 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 dun. Alright.
わらわの手番もすでに終了してい
Dun,
る。
dun, dun, dun. Alright, my turn 2 is already complete. Here we go.
マダムを敵に回すことになるとは
Well, it's destined to happen this way.
厄介ですね、お嬢様。手の内をだいぶ読まれますよ。
Our moves will be read thoroughly. I mean, come on, I need all the help I can get. Alright, freak you. Oh, this freaking soundtrack is banging! It's so banging!
かまわん。お師匠様の指し手などすでに時代遅れの皇帝。恐るるに足りぬわ。
あなたが私の教えた古典以上の何をさせるのか期待していますよ、ベアトリーチ
ェ。いいのか、バトラー。魔女を否定するそなたが魔女を軍師につけて。
No, I'm not accepting a witch. Alright? Because her not being a witch is still brown troops. Remember? Brown troops.
くだらねえ挑発は無用だ。こいつは俺の相談役。いや、セコンドだ。
My second, my right hand man! Or witch woman.
ガチンコで殴り合うのは俺とお前だってことには何の変化もない。
Yeah! Facts! Facts. She's only the Zoro. Don't remember. You're Blackbeard. She's only the Zoro. Don't focus on the Zoro, okay? Don't focus on the right, the second. Focus on me.
わかっておる。よちよちのお前には自転車にも補助輪が必要だろう。好きにするがよ。さあ始めろ。お前の手番だ。
I may be incompetent on my own, but I've got help. And you're alone, Berto. You're just a lonely witch. Every time we treat you like we don't care about you, and you start to feel lonely, you get weak. See, that's not me. That's the opposite of me, okay? I have the power. I have the power of people actually caring about me. You treat your furniture like they're furniture. She's my advisor. We are on equal footing. We help each other out. Okay? That's the difference, Berto. And that's why I'll win. I will win. It's my turn, okay.
事件現場の再構築から始める。
New soundtrack, dancing pipe, okay. Let's begin with the reconstruction of the crime scene.
ワルギリア、早速頼む。
Okay. Oh, I like this soundtrack as well, you know.
最初の遺体発見はシャノン。
It's the first time I hear it. Ooh, okay. 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 The first body discovered was Shannon's, okay.
屋敷内の1階客間より発見されました。
Correct.
扉と窓は施錠され、密室を構成していました。
Okay, as always.
ベアートに説明要求。密室の定義を再確認。
Alright, okay. We're gonna define a locked room again. Let's reconfirm. Okay, let's go. Red truth. Alright, red truth time.
密室の定義は内外の出入りが一切隔絶された室内を指す。
Okay, wait. So that's not a red truth. Okay, it's just a definition of it. Okay, sure. So the term locked room refers to a room where the inside and the outside of the room are completely isolated from all travel between them.
当然、内外からの一切の侵入、脱出はおろか、干渉もできない。
Nor even any interference is possible. Okay.
それは包括的に隠し扉の否定、外部干渉の余地一切の否定を含む。
Okay. Including a denial of hidden doors and all margin of interference from the outside. Okay. No hidden doors, no interference from the outside. Okay.
以後、この定義をベアトリーチェの密室定義と呼称する。
This definition refers to as Beatrice's locked room definition. Okay, Beatrice's locked room definition. There's no interference between the outside and the inside. Can't go out. Can't get in. No hidden rooms. I mean, you can go out, of course, but like, you can't interfere. Alright? There's no means of escape or entry. No hidden rooms. Yeah. That's the classic Berto's locked room. Okay, we're used to this though. We're used to this.
細部確認。外部干渉の余地の定義とは。
Okay. Alright, specifics. Margin for interference from the outside. Okay, well, yeah.
外部から釣り糸やら長くて細い棒やらなどを使って直接的に干渉するあらゆる余地だ。
Okay, I see. So no fishing line, no thin rods, no I don't know. No fire, no random like fire, like no gas breaks, right? You can't leak gas inside. You know what I mean? What if I was able to leak gas inside to kill people with gas poison? None of that. Okay, no interference from the outside at all. That's a locked room.
つまり扉や窓にはそのような小細工を混ぜる隙間すらもないと判断せよ。
Alright, no gaps, no nothing, okay? So, not even an atom, Beto, not even an atom can get inside the room. So you cannot poison someone inside the room from outside the room. Okay.
どうかな。仮に隙間がなくてもリモコンなどの電波を干渉できるはずだぜ。
You're right! Waves! Yo, I didn't think about that. What about light? Light waves. Those probably have entry, right? Or else the room would be completely black and dark. Unless, you know, I'm just saying. What are we saying? What are we saying? Okay?
電波などそれに類する遠隔操作技術も干渉不可能であると定義に追加する。
It is impossible for radio waves and related methods of remote control to interfere. Okay, so no waves, no light waves. Okay, that's a good one, Battler. That's a good one. I didn't think about that. Good one. That's a good one. That's important. Because remote control, right? Remote control a drone from the outside. If you remote control a gun from the outside, you can kill people inside, even if it's a locked room. Okay. So this definition also counts for Jessica's room, the servant room, the chapel, and all that, right? This definition, it holds, right? It holds.
客間には内線電話もあるぜ。
Yeah, no waves, right?
それと連動した仕掛けは遠隔操作にはならねえのか。
Oh, okay. An extension telephone in the parlor, a device linked with that wouldn't count as remote control, right?
電話はすでに使用不能だろう
Yeah, but since when though?
ああもう面倒
Hey, we're asking for specifics.
だそれも含めよう
Okay.
直接間接のあらゆる方法で室外よりの密室内への干渉は不可能だ
All direct and indirect methods of interfering from the outside of the room to the inside of the locked room are impossible, including phones, right? You cannot connect to the phone, the extension phone in the parlor. Okay, okay, okay.
声やノックは密室に入らずに外部から干渉できるはずだぜ
Those should be able to interfere from the outside without entering the room, right? Okay?
密室であっても声をかけることやノックは不可能ではなかろう
Okay, okay.
意思疎通の可否は密室の定義に反しぬ
Whether the room allows for human communication with the outside or not, it does not go against the definition of a locked room. Okay. 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 So, communication is allowed, just no direct or indirect interference. But communication is allowed. So, which means, Beato, this means that if communication is allowed, Johann Liebert style. I think I talked about Monster last time, but Johann Liebert in Monster, what he was doing, he was basically psychologically forcing people to commit suicide. Okay, he was a freaking menace, yo. He made a guy jump off a roof of a building. Okay, he was like up there. He was like, you wanna have a drink with me? And was talking to him, and the guy, his brain couldn't take it. Okay, his manipulation is crazy. So someone, this is true. Without using witch magic, someone from the outside, even though he can't interfere with the room, he can psychologically force someone to commit suicide and create a locked room situation. So I'm just saying.
つまり外部との伝達方法までは途絶していると定義できないんだな
そうなります
Okay.
了解したぜ
So communication is allowed, okay? Like I said, Johann Liebert style. Johann Liebert style. You psychologically have, you manipulate someone to commit suicide, right? You torture them so much on a mental game that they kill themselves. Okay, okay. This means that you can explain different locked room situations with them killing themselves or each other in the room. So Shannon could have killed herself, unless Nanjo has proof or can use his doctoring to find out. Hey, no, she actually didn't. Just saying, right? Nanjo himself even said that a gun could have been the cause of the deaths, right? What if someone had a gun in the room, right? Had a gun, shot themselves with it, and then boom.
シャノンちゃんの客間はそのベアトリーチェの密室定義を満たすってんだな
Okay,
その通りだ
that is correct. Okay,
密室定義了解した
understood. Okay. Oh, I really like the soundtrack. This is the perfect soundtrack for this sort of situation.
バルギリア続けてくれ
Continue, Virgilia.
はいシャノンの遺体はマスターキー1本を所持
It was okay.
発見した親族がこれを回収
They collected this. Okay. They did or did they not? Oh my god, Virgilia, freaking be my second. Me. That was really cool. Admit it, y'all. That was really cool. And Bethler went, Virgilia, you take it from here. And Virgilia goes, yes. that was so cool. She's my second. Let's go. Let's go. I couldn't be happier.
ベアトに負傷要求
Repetition requested. Let's go. Let's go.
今回のマスターキーの本数は
That should be that's goated, dude. That repetition requested. I love that so much. How many master keys this time? 5. Come on, 5. Say it in red.
前回と同じ
You're not gonna say it in red?
各使用人が1本ずつで5本だ
Alright, I'll write that down later, even though we know it's the same thing as I I have to be specific though, so I'll write it down anyway. I was gonna say I could just go, oh, it's the same as episode 2. But to be fair, she didn't define it for episode 1. So she defined it for episode 2, but not for episode 1. So I might as well define it for episode 3 as well. If it was true for every episode, I would have left it there. But considering she didn't define it for episode 1, fine. There are 5, 1 for each servant. Okay, I'll write that down later.
ってことは密室にはまだならねえってわけさ。マスターキーはまだ4本余ってる。
So you're gonna tell me... Well, she's gonna tell you that all the 4 master keys are in the pockets of all the servants in all of their respective rooms. So the room becomes locked.
シャノンちゃんを殺害後、4本の鍵のいずれかで施錠するだけの話だ。
その通りでございます。そして見つかったのはマスターキーだけではありませんよ。
Something else was found?
はい。遺体のすぐ傍らに紋章入りの養鶏封筒が。
I thought that was found in the boiler room though, with Kinzo. Now you're telling me it was found in the parlor?
中に手紙はなく、2階客室の鍵が入っていました。
Oh, I see, right. Because they did say that the keys of all the different rooms were conveniently, they were conveniently left out of the drawers in the servant room. In the first floor servant room. All the keys to the different rooms were left out. You're telling me that the different keys were then separated in different rooms so that you can go find them in order? In these different letters, in all of them? Is that how that worked? Second floor guest room. So that's where they found Kumasawa. So they found your body actually next to Virgilia. Because that's where Kumasawa was, second floor guest room. Because she likes to secretly nap there.
2階客室の鍵。それは2階客室の扉をマスターキー以外に唯一開けることができる鍵だという定義でいいのか。
The only key on the master keys that can open the door to the second floor guest room. I'm trying to define that.
問題ない。
No problem.
そしてマスターキーと違い、その1本しかない。
Unlike the master keys, there's only one. Got it.
つまりある特定の部屋を開けるにはマスターキー5本に加え
You need the key to the specific room.
その1本しかないというわけです。
Okay. Okay.
これはつまり次は2階客室へ行けというメッセージなのか。
Essentially, yeah.
となると大人たちは2階客室へ移動したな。
はい。2階客室の扉もまた施錠され、魔法陣が描かれていました。
And they found your human body on their Virgilia. They found Kumasawa there.
親族はシャノンの遺体脇より入手したその鍵によって開錠。室内にて熊沢の遺体を発見。室内は密室。定義はベアトリーチェの密室定義に準拠。
Okay.
熊沢はマスターキー1本を所持。これを親族が回収。
The relatives collected this, okay? Just like they collected Chan's key, okay?
そしてシャノン同様に遺体の傍らに養鶏封筒を発見。
Where did they go to next? Kanon's room?
中には3階控室の鍵が。
Servants' quarters, okay. So Gora's room, okay.
親族は3階控室へ移動。
Okay, so they went to Kanon's room, okay. No, no, Kanon, Gora.
3階控室の扉にも魔法陣でさらに施錠されていて。
Right, so Gora's room.
はい。
はい。
室内にてゴーダの遺体を発見。
Okay.
室内は密室。
Beato's locked room, okay.
ベアトリーチェの密室定義に準拠。
Yeah, yeah, blah, 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 we're used to this.
ゴーダはマスターキー1本を所持。
They collected that.
これを親族が回収。
Okay.
そしてこれまで同様に紋章入りの養鶏封筒を発見。
This led to Kanon's room, and then from there they went to the boiler room.
中より2階貴賓室の鍵が。
That's Genji.
親族は
actually.
2階貴賓室へ移動。
Somehow I forgot about Genji.
なんなんだこいつは。てめえ何を企んでやがる。
そう睨むほどのものでもあるまい。密室ではある。それを開けるマスターキーはまだ何本もあるではないか。律儀にマスターキー以外の固有の鍵も申請している。
気に入らねえ展開だぞ。
I really like the sound, by the way, the soundtrack. Like the music.
だが展開は読めてきた。この調子で6人続いてくってわけか。
はい、その通りです。2階貴賓室にて源氏の遺体を発見。マスターキー1本を回収。地下ボイラー室の鍵を発見。
Oh, so we went to the boiler room first. Okay. I would have expected Kinzo's body to be last. But okay, Kinzo's first and then Kanon is last. Okay.
地下ボイラー室へ移動。地下ボイラー室にて金蔵の遺体を発見。礼拝堂の鍵を発見。
That makes more sense, actually.
礼拝堂に移動。
That makes more sense. Because all those rooms were inside the mansion. Kanon was in the chapel. So to go to the chapel and back would be kind of ridiculous. So it makes more sense that they find Kinzo's first and then they go to Kanon in the chapel. Then they go to Kanon and then all the way back to the boiler room. Sure.
礼拝堂にてカノンの遺体を発見。マスターキー1本を回収。1階客間の鍵を発見。以上で6名の遺体発見の再構築を終了します。
The key to the first floor parlor was discovered. Right. And that one leads to Shannon. Okay.
補足です。金蔵の遺体の傍らで発見された養鶏封筒には礼拝堂の鍵と一緒に手紙が同封されておりました。
Okay.
手紙の内容はすでにご確認の通り、自分の謎を解くよう改めて催促する内容です。
Okay.
ってことはなんだよこれ。最後のカノン君のところに一番最初のシャノンちゃんの客間の鍵があったってことは密室が6つ呪術つなぎになってるってことなのか。
Yep, the 6 rooms are all locked together. So yeah. So you can explain how they did 5 rooms, but considering that it ties to that Kanon's key ties with Shannon's key, they're weirdly tied together indeed. So yeah.
その通り。6つの密室が数珠つなぎになっておる。
You kind of expected that to go that way.
それぞれを解錠する鍵はそれぞれ隣り合う密室によって閉じ込められている。つまり6つの密室が1つの巨大密室を形成し、その中に全てのマスターキーと固有鍵全てを閉じ込めてしまっているのだ。
But let me see. Kinto didn't have a master key, did he? Kinto didn't have a master key on him, though, did he? There were only master keys in the servants' bodies, right?
ちなみに6つの部屋の扉や窓はいずれも普通。
Okay, this is in red.
オートロックのような鍵を使用せず施錠できるような仕掛けは存在しない。
All the doors and windows in the 6 rooms are normal. Okay, no weird device, okay?
どうだよ、綺麗なもんだろ。
Okay. Okay.
ですからお嬢様、そのあたりに品がございます。
Yes, keep telling her that. Keep telling her that we don't want to hear her dumb laugh. When one of them rebuked her, Beato stuck her tongue at him shamelessly.
悪い悪い。ついついバトラと遊んでると上機嫌になってしまうのでな。それでバトラ
You really like playing with me, huh?
お前の指し手はどうなんだよ。 特に思いつかないんならわらわがヤギたちに遺体を運ばせて魔法にて全ての扉を封じるところを特別に見せてやってもいいんだぜ。
好きにしろ。お前の主張する魔法説として拝聴しとく。だが俺はお前の主張とは全く異なる人間説をお前の主張に一切干渉されることなく主張することができる。それはつまりお前のざれ言に耳を貸す必要は何もないってことさ。好きに魔法の杖でも振るって七色の魔法で扉を閉めるところでも実演してろってんだ。隣でそのうちガマの油と万能包丁の実演も始まるぜ。
I'm sure there'll be people along to stand beside you, advertising their snake coil and all-purpose kitchen knives.
ワルギリア、事件現場を再構築。穴を探すぜ。全員は間違いなく死亡してるのか。誰かが死んだふりしてんならこんなの3つでも何でもねえ。
南條は全員の死亡を確認。
Nandro did, okay.
ただし護身術の否定は悪魔の証明により不可能。
That's true.
つまり誰かが生きているのを南條が見逃した可能性をゼロにすることはできません。
Yeah, that's true.
来たな。悪魔の証明か。
What's next? Hempel's Raven here too?
だがそいつをぶった切る剣は存在する。
The Hempel's Raven.
なんだよあいつら。わらわをのけ者にして。
Guys, I'm noticing a pattern with Beato. She does not like being left behind. She doesn't like being lonely. Whenever people do stuff and make her feel lonely, she always acts kind of uncomfortable, like, no, don't leave me out. Don't ignore me. Focus on me. She really wants attention, is what I've noticed. I feel like deep inside she's just a lonely freaking woman. But still, a piece of crap. That doesn't excuse her being a piece of crap. Okay, so... yeah, if you use Hempel's Raven though, you're saying that it's a false proof. The bodies being dead aren't 100% zero. But if you can prove that, let's see. It's impossible... Wait. It's impossible to prove that all the bodies are dead, right? So how can we use Hempel's Raven in this case? It's impossible to prove that all the bodies are dead. How do we use Hempel's Raven then? What's the system here? There is a Hempel's Raven situation going on here. I need to think about it. I'm not good with Hempel's Raven. That one was hard to understand. So how do we do with the box, okay? It's impossible to know that if there's a 19th person. So, if you prove the 19th person exists, that means it has to be one of the 18. It's impossible to prove that... It's supposed to prove that they're dead. So, that they're not dead. So, if you prove that they're dead, if you prove that they are dead, then it is a locked room. It is a true locked room. Yeah, that's Hempel's Raven. We just need to prove that they are dead. That's how Hempel's Raven went, right? Yeah, yes, that is how Hempel's Raven went. It's impossible to prove that they aren't dead. So we just need to prove that they are. Yeah, okay, sure, something like that. Ah! I'm an idiot, sorry. See, this is why I won't solve anything. I suck. See? Beato really likes attention. I've noticed this, and she's done it before too. In the visual novel, multiple times. It's whenever Beato does something, or we do something, where Beato's left out, she always goes, oh, wait, why? Why are you leaving me left out? Why? She always does this. An example is when Battler was really angry and crying and told Beato to go away, go away. She didn't like that Battler was ignoring her and telling her to go away. Whenever Battler ignores her, she dislikes that, and you can visibly see even with her sprite that she doesn't like it when Battler does that. And even during their talk in the garden with Rosa, right? When Rosa went there, and Battler was just ignoring her. She was also really uncomfortable there. Like, wait, why are you doing this? During the homunculus talk as well. Like, why are you ignoring me? She doesn't like that.
本来チェスを対戦するのにあたり相手とのコミュニケーションは不要です。お嬢様は指し手以外のコミュニケーションによって煙に巻いていた。それに惑わされないということはつまりこういうことなのでしょう。
You spoke in riddles when you communicate outside your muse. What does he mean by that? Okay. For some reason, I can't accept it because you don't like being lonely. You're insecure about that. I know it.
お嬢様はチェスを挑んでいるはずではないのですか?
She doesn't like the attention taken away from her. She deserves it though. I hate you. Beatrice puffed out her cheeks as though saying, I don't know why, but I don't like it. She's a real tsundere, huh?
警察未介入の現場につき、人間側からの検証は限界があります。
Freaking, who's the real tsundere? Jessica or Beato? Alright, the human decides whether to previous things is limited, yeah.
厳密な死亡確認のため、復唱要求することを推奨します。
Repetition request, okay? Okay. Alright, good idea. Here we go, Beato. We're gonna give you the attention that you want.
よっしゃ、ここで叩くぜ。復唱要求だ。被害者6人は全員死亡している。
6 victims are all dead.
お嬢様、復唱要求が出ておりますよ。
おい、ぼんやりするな。復唱拒否か？ここからが戦闘開始だ。
おったとったすまぬすまぬ。いいぞ、応じるぞ。
You respond then.
金蔵、源氏、シャノン、カノン、ゴーダ、熊沢の6人は死亡している。
Dead of the Grave, More Fear? It's a remix of the Dead of the Grave soundtrack? Okay. So these 6 are all dead, not dread. Oh, yeah. Dead of the Grave got me there. They're all dead. However, they could have died at different times. Someone could have faked their death initially, killed someone, and then gone back to their locked room and then killed themselves. So it's still not okay. I mean, for now, they're all dead. Sure. Sure.
何をぼんやりしてるんだか。
I really like this remix.
よし、まずは一つ引き出したぞ。死んだふりって王道はまず否定されたな。
もはや手加減などせぬぞ。好きなだけ来るがよ。次々斜め切りにしてくれるわ。
続けて復唱要求。6つの部屋には誰も隠れていない。俺たちが認識していない人物の存在を否定してみせろ。
Okay. I mean, she already kind of did that by saying there's only 18 people. But let's keep going. I'll respond.
6つの部屋には誰も隠れていない。
There's no one hiding in the 6 rooms. Okay.
よし。
Alright.
これで6人だけの缶詰は確定だな。そして死んだふりもない。
どうするどうする
What will you do actually? I don't know what to do. If I was Battler, I would not know what to do. Battler, I hope you have a good plan.
人間にはもはやどうしようもないであろうが、おとなしくわらわの素敵な魔法で鍵を自由自在にするところをひざまずいて拝見しろよ。
Hey yo, can we just talk about how this soundtrack is going wild right now? What is this? It's going wild. It's crazy. Hey, yo, okay. Observe as I control the locks at will with my wonderful magic, alright? I don't know where Battler's gonna go with this. He has a plan, obviously. You can tell by his face. I don't know where I would go with this, though. I'd probably just get stuck here. But, you know, Battler's improved, so I'm sure he's got something clever to say as a comeback. Okay. See, that was also what I was wondering about. Whether they died together or whether there was a time frame between their deaths. Does that make sense? Because they're not instant. Because since Kinto died first, right? And then Genji died last. No wait, Kumasawa died last actually. But out of the ones in the study, Genji died last. And then Gora died. And then Kumasawa died. So there was a time frame between all their deaths, right? So that alone makes things more vague for now. That they all instantly died and didn't resist, or didn't survive for a while before dying. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
密室殺人の拠点ですか。致命傷を与え、しばらく後に死ぬことを確実とした場合、犠牲者が殺人者から逃れるために部屋にこもり、施錠後に死亡したなら、予期せずして密室が構成されることはあり得ます。
A locked room could be constructed unexpectedly. It's true. It's true.
その可能性を否定するには、赤き真実にて6人は即死であったことを宣言する必要がありますよ。
Okay. I'm guessing she's gonna deny it.
よかろうよかろう。赤き宝刀にて切り伏せよ。
Remember, Battler, don't be scared of the red. Use it to your advantage.
6人は即死であった。即死とはつまり攻撃を受けて即座に行動不能になったという意味だ。
I mean that as soon as they were attacked, they became incapable of action. Okay? Okay, so, oh my god, I have a lot of homework to do after this party's over. I'm gonna have to write down all these red truths later.
まあ、完全な意味での死亡には数秒、もしくは数分をかけたかもしれん。だがいずれにせよ、自らの意志で何かの行動を取ることは完全に不可能であった。
Okay, so death itself could have taken a few seconds or minutes. Okay, still though, they couldn't take any action. But still, they died without being able to do anything, sure.
その意味において即死と断言できる。
Okay. So, question. Specify more. So, they died instantly, but the full death could have taken several seconds. Could they say something? Could they have some last words before they died in that sense? Or is all direct and indirect action completely just off the hook?
ここまでは古典の確認だ。お前との密室対決はここからだぜ。犯人は内側にいないなら外にいる。そして外からどうにかして彼らを殺したんだ。
If the culprit isn't on the inside, they're on the outside. So they somehow killed them from the outside the rooms.
何を血迷うか。密室イコール外部からの殺害は不可能であろうが。
Well, you're saying that communication is allowed, so...
故に魔法殺人しかありえない。
Nope. Communication, you said it was allowed. Knocking the door is allowed.
いいや違うね。
Johann Liebert style.
殺人は現に起こった。イコール密室ではないが正しいのさ。
Oh damn! Oh damn! That's the Hempel's Raven! He turned it back on her! Hey, yo, I wasn't expecting that!
お前がどう煙に巻こうと、これは断じて密室じゃない。
That's crazy!
密室に見えるだけのまがいものだ。
That's freaking awesome, bro. That's crazy. He used the Hempel's Raven against her. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Damn. Damn. Wow. Wow. Yeah, if a murder happened, then it can't be a locked room. Yeah, if you check for all the check for all the scenarios.
しかしバトラさん、室内には犠牲者しかおらず、
Only the victims are inside the rooms,
それ以外の人物は室内には存在しておりません。
and no other people exist inside the rooms. This is in red.
そしてお嬢様の密室定義により外部からの遠隔殺人を明確に否定されておりますよ。
They have bought Hempel's Raven though. If it's a murder, then it's locked. It's not a locked room. But she's saying that it is a locked room by her definition. Then it's not a murder. That means they weren't murdered. That means they killed themselves or something. It's possible they killed themselves. Just saying. Yo, I'm telling you guys, Johann Liebert monster style, they kill themselves.
待ちな。遠隔殺人の定義は広大だぜ。何も部屋の外から釣り糸を引っ張って室内の犠牲者を絞め殺したとか、そんなのばかりじゃね
There's communication murders.
え。例えばトラップだって立派な遠隔殺人だ。
I actually talked about traps earlier this episode. I actually did. You guys can hear me in the previous part. I was actually talking about how, well, maybe, well, can you deny possibility that someone set a trap in there? Just saying. Yeah.
トラップ
They could deny the existence of traps. It's true.
ほう、それは何か。
How do you not know what a trap is? And stop doing the cross thing. Stop doing the cross hole. You know what a trap is, right? Like a mouse trap, except capable of killing someone. Okay?
一例だが、彼らにあらかじめ決められた部屋に入る。
Like, let's say there's a string in the room and someone walks on it or like steps on the string, and then all of a sudden a guillotine or something or a blade falls on them and kills them. Okay, that's not what happened in this case because that's not what the wounds show. But let's say they stepped on the string and then they were shot in the back. Boom. That's a trap. Okay? A locked room can still be locked with a trap.
内側から施錠して自ら密室を作り出すように指示を出す。そして室内には彼らがそれとは知らないトラップが仕掛けられており、それによって彼らは殺された。どうだ、これなら矛盾は生じない。
There's no contradiction. It works within the locked room scenario. Alright.
問題ありません。現状と整合します。
It does.
当方も問題ありません。
No problem.
お嬢様の密室定義にも抵触します。
It absolutely does not. As long as the trap is set out beforehand. I even serious this earlier this episode, so that was gonna be one of my moves actually. I mean I said earlier how I didn't know what I would do from there, but if you gave me time enough to think, then I would have thought like I did earlier this episode, or a couple parts ago, where I said, well, can you deny the existence of traps?
なんだその間抜けな推理は。
It's not stupid, it's actually pretty smart, I say.
いずれの室内にも不審なものは発見されなかったぞ。
Okay, was found. It's another devil's proof. You cannot prove that there weren't any traps. Devil's proof. Gotcha.
そのトラップはどのような形状なのか。
I don't have to prove that. All I have to do is deny the existence of witches. I don't have to tell you what form the trap was, or how it was constructed, or the engineering behind it. I don't have to do any of that. All I have to do is prove that it's possible. And I win. I don't care.
どこに隠してあってどう作動したというのか。
Again, I don't need to prove any of this. I don't don't owe you any of that explanation.
それを6人分、客間、客室、機械室、貴賓室、ボイラー室、礼拝堂の6つで説明してみせよ。
Guess what, Berto? I don't care about the parlor, or the guest room, or the servants' quarters, or the VIP room, or the ballroom, or the chapel. At the end of the day, I don't need to you don't owe me an I don't owe you an explanation.
どうだ、できまい。
I can't and I don't need to. Freak you. That's not part of the deal. That's not what this chess game is about.
反論拒否。
The clan refutation. Exactly. Thank you, Battler. I don't need to.
それを説明する必要はねえ。
Exactly. There's no need. I don't need to. All I have to do is prove that that it's possible. I don't need to tell you. I don't need to explain the engineering behind it. Frick you, Berto. Frick you. You need with the red truths to confirm that there were no traps in the room. Or else it's a devil's proof. Or else it's a devil's proof. That's just how it is.
にもかかわらず、俺の主張は揺るがない。
Facts.
なんだと。
I don't need to. Say it in red. There were no traps. Say it in red.
ベアトリーチェ、悪魔の証明です。
It is indeed a devil's proof. It is. I said this earlier. It is a devil's proof. You cannot prove that there were no traps in there.
そのトラップの形状を説明できないこと
It's
に
irrelevant.
すなわち
It's irrelevant.
トラップ否定の理由にはなり得ない。
Facts. Facts.
うまい。
Well done. Even Ronald is sweating. That's when you know. Even Ronald is like, oh damn. Okay, well done. Well done.
強引ながら見事な一手です。
Spectacular move. Yo, any chance I see Berto struggling, I'm hype. I'm hype.
すっかり手慣れよった。
チェック。発見できていない殺人トラップ X により、この密室殺人は成立可能だ。
Check. It's not checkmate, but it's check. So unless he goes, she says with red something or another, check.
赤き真実にてそのチェックを切る。
Are you sure you wanna do that? Are you sure you wanna do that, Berto? Are you sure?
6人はトラップで殺されてはいない。
Okay. Thank you for the info. That's just info, you know that.
トラップの定義は
Okay, I guess we're gonna ask for the definition of trap first.
あれだ。
One of those.
犠牲者が勝手に引っかかって発動するやつとかだ。
Something that activates when a victim gets caught in it by their own actions. Wait. Okay.
それだけじゃない。
She's struggling.
リモコンで発動するとか、タイマーで発動するとか。
Stuff that activates by remote control or by a timer. Okay?
そういうのもろもろ全部含めたやつだ。
I feel like that is also included. Okay? Ronobe?
仕掛け人が直接関与することなしに殺人を遂行できるすべての仕掛け。
All devices that can carry out a murder without the direct participation of the person who set it up. Those are traps. Okay.
という定義でよろしいかと思います。
Okay.
どうだ。切り返したぞ。
Are you sure though?
人間にこの密室が破れてたまるか。
I still could let him defeat this locked room. Wait a minute. Wait.
お前も勝つために必死だな。
You're also frantic trying to win, huh?
どういう意味だ。
What do you mean?
お前は自分の存在を俺に認めさせようと必死に戦ってる。
Yo, this music is really doing this for me.
今まで俺は一方的にお前にいじられてるだけだと思ってた。しかし実際は違った。お前もまた 俺の切り返しに必死に抗う。自分俺はよ、今ようやく実感してるぜ。
I finally really feel that's true. Yeah, she's really fighting back. She's struggling, just like you are. We both need to struggle sometimes. This isn't torture inflicted on me about whether I'll submit or not.
俺とお前の対等な戦いなんだ。
This is a chess match.
さあで、面白くなってきたぜ。6人は密室で死に、部外者は中に誰もいない。
No traps were used.
そして外部からはちょっかいは一切出せず、トラップもないときた。
Right. They could have killed themselves.
これまでの俺だったら、これはもう魔法の仕業しかありえねえだろうと思うだろうよ。
Yeah, but now we know that they could have killed themselves. For example.
このタイミングでお前におかしな魔法を実演されたら、そりゃ屈服もしてただろうさ。これがお前の得意戦術だ。俺の指し手を全て迎撃しきり、俺が万策尽きたと膝をつく。心の防御力が弱るその瞬間に、これ見よがしにおかしな魔法を見せつけて、一気に勝負を持っていく。
昔から短気な性分で勝ちの目が見えると焦る悪い癖は相変わらずです。
Rushing things when victory is in sight.
お嬢様はお預けができない性分ですから。
うるさいうるさいぞ。
Haha.
バトラの手番であるぞ。
You better be annoyed. Yo, anything that makes Beto even remotely annoyed or angry is perfect for me.
そなたが進めたトラップの駒はわらわが赤にて切り捨てた。次は何を繰り出すのか、存分に来るがよい。
Rusia, now next, show me what you've got.
おっ、トラップまで潰され、一見こいつは完全な密室犯罪に見える。だからこそここでチェス盤をひっくり返すぜ。
Flip over the chessboard! Let's go! Perfect timing.
来た。そなたの得意技よ。
Kyrie, we love you! Kyrie!
何をどうひっくり返せるというのか。
But you know what exactly? I told you! The chessboard!
見せてみろ。
I'll win this!
ああ、見せてやれ。いかにして密室の中の6人を外から殺すかを考えるんじゃない。ああ、ダメだダメだ、全然ダメだ。
ダメだ全然ダメだ。
そうさ、どうやって外から殺すかじゃない、どうやって中で死んで密室にするかなんだ。
Facts!
そうさ、これが答えなのさ。
They could have killed themselves!
犠牲者6人の中に犯人が含まれていたと考えれば、
They killed everyone else, then killed themselves.
この密室は極めて容易に説明できる。
バカな。
It's not Bakana!
その6人は死んだとはっきりわらわは赤で言ったはず。
死んだのは6人、
But not at the same time, did they?
犠牲者は殺された5人、もう1人は自殺だったと仮定すれば、この密室は打ち破る。
Bro! Let's go, Battler! I've been arguing the committed suicide theory since the very beginning! I've been arguing that since the very beginning! Since the very beginning, I was like, ayo, someone could have killed themselves. Very easy. Someone could have killed themselves. Alright? Sure, they died instantly, but if they killed everyone else, then kill themselves, boom. We win. We win. I don't know why anyone would kill themselves or commit suicide, I should say, but they could have! And boom! Locked room, destroyed.
確かに
Saying read that nobody killed themselves. Nobody committed suicide.
犯人が最後の密室に自ら入って施錠し、
They committed suicide, yeah?
自らの命を絶てば、この連鎖密室は成立します。
Facts.
犯人の自殺。
The culprit suicide. I mean, it happens in real life too, to be fair, where someone goes on a mass spree of shooting people, killing people, then kills themselves in the end. that's happened. Some people are psychopaths like that. They'll do that. I don't know why any of the servants would do that, but you know.
普通では考えられない一手ですが、考えられないから存在しないは存在しない。
Alright, now one thing I will say though, one way Beato could argue back against me and turn this over against me is if she says that, okay, sure, but now you're suspecting. Okay, but nah, that wouldn't really turn it against me. But she could say, but now you're suspecting one of the 18, which means one of the people you care about, and that's not what you want to do, Battler. Then Battler goes, Battler can then just go, yes, I am suspecting one of the 18 people I care about, and that does suck, and I don't want to do that. But most of all, if you admit that it is possible, then I win, and I've managed to deny witches. So there you go. There you go. Just saying. Normally it's an unthinkable move, but the argument that it doesn't exist because it's unthinkable doesn't exist.
そしてその動機を立証する義務は彼にない。
And he has no responsibility to demonstrate a motive.
魔女とのチェスでしか使えない実に力強い一手。
Only against a witch could this move work. Because I don't have to demonstrate the motive. All I have to do is deny witches exist. Who cares about the motive? That's the biggest power I have right now. Is that I don't have to explain how a trap could work. I don't have to explain so anyone's motives for doing anything. All I have to explain is that it's possible by humans. This makes it so much easier compared to like an actual detective thing where you have to explain how the trap works. You have to explain their motives or else it wouldn't work. But the fact that I'm playing against a witch, I have to deny witches exist. All I have to do is go, this is possible. Can we both agree this is possible? Cool, then I win. That's all I have to do. And that's what's so great about this. That's all I have to do.
まあ動機がないとは言い切れません。例えば金蔵は余命があとわずかと宣告されています。
I mean, yeah, but I don't have to explain any of this. You're right. You're right. There can be multiple motives. You can derive motives from what's been going on in the story, but I don't have to. That's the main point.
残りわずかの生を惜しまず自らの死をメッセージとしたという動機づけも不可能ではないかもしれません。
Alright, Ronove. Thank you for helping me out, I guess, by finding a motive, but you didn't need to.
お嬢様、こちらの手番ですよ。
It is your turn. What's your plan now?
死者の尊厳を踏みにじってまで犯人を生み出してくるとはな。こやつ、血も涙もない男よ。
Ironic coming from you. Frick you. I'll use any strat to beat you.
死者を犯人に仕立て上げる。
Okay, not any strat.
この非道なる一手は前回のゲームでお前がカノン君を陥れた一手だ。
She did.
この手でお前に一矢報いることがゲームは異なるがあの時のカノン君への手向けだ。
I attribute to Kanon King for that time. Alright.
今俺はあの時のカノン君の無念を晴らした。
ここで手を休める義理はありませんね。全員の死因が自殺でないことを確認すべきです。復唱の要求を推奨します。
Dude, okay, so awesome line is Battler going repetition requested. Another awesome line is Virgilia going I recommend requesting a repetition. Awesome, 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 awesome. I could not have a better second, a better right hand woman. I could not have anyone better. This is perfect. This is my Zoro. This is my Zoro right here. The GOAT, Virgilia, previous master, also known as Buto, honorable nickname Buto, because she's beautiful, more than anything Buto could ever achieve. Virgilia, on deck, we're winning this.
ああ、だが自殺なんて甘い言い方じゃ追い詰められねえぜ。ベアト、こいつで詰めだ。
Naive word that won't corner her. Repetition requested.
復唱要求。
Ah, Fukusho Yoku. Fukushoyoku, bro! Repetition requested!
6人は全員他殺である。
The 6 deaths were all homicides. Woo. And then, if she does say it in red, dude, we have to do this. Repetition requested! Freaking Phoenix Wright! and then, if she does say it in red, define homicides. You know what I mean? Define homicides. What does she put into homicides?
これは痛いです。
That is painful. Were they all homicides? W! W Mance! W Battler! W, that's a W.
あ
Ah?
あどうしたよ。6人が殺されたんだろう。最も単純な一番最初の前提の確認でしかないぜ。復唱できねえのか。
Repetition requested! What's wrong? Six people were killed, right? Simple premise! Huh? Let's go! I decline to repeat!
理由は特にない。
There's no reason in particular.
ここでの復唱拒否はリザインと同じ意味だぜ。
Resigning, you know? Did we win?
チェックメイト。
Checkmate!
6人の中に犯人がいて密室構築後に自殺を図った。
Okay,
以上だ。
we're done? Are we really? Really?
待て。
No, no, Mate, we win, come on now.
言う。
I'll say, oh!
望み通り赤を行使するぞ。
The Aka! Use the Aka!
6人は誰も自殺していない。
None of the 6 committed suicide. Ooh, perfect.
どうだ。
Okay,
これで満足か。
but all you did, Beto, all you did was confirm that none of the 6 were committed suicide. But you didn't confirm that they were homicides. They didn't commit suicide, but can you confirm that they weren't killed? Confirm that they weren't killed. That's what I want.
切り返した。切り返した。
Yeah, she's desperate, she's desperate, she's desperate!
なんだよ。言えるじゃねえか。だがおかしい
Isn't that weird?
な。なんであんなに狼狽してるんだ。
Why are you so panicked?
気のせいよ。
Huh?
わらわも今回は必死でな。そうそう心にゆとりもないのだ。深く気にするでない。
Okay.
要求した副賞が改ざんされていますよ。
It has been modified. Correct? Correct? That's what I noticed right away. That's why I said, like, she didn't say that they weren't homicides. All she said was that they didn't commit suicide. That's different.
ごまかされないの。
Yeah, no, I'm good. We're good. I'm good. We're good. Don't worry. Thank you, Thank you, my Zoro. Thank you. You're there for me. Beato, repetition requested. Ronobe, you're laughing at your master taking the L?
ダメみたいですよ、お嬢さん。
そうか。6人全員他殺とは言ってない。
Correct. She didn't say. Okay, wait. Battle, were you fooled by that? Come on now. Come on. That was the. Okay, they didn't commit suicide, but as long as they weren't all homicides, they could have died by other ways. In the room. Didn't have to be suicides.
6人全員自殺にあらずと。
Facts.
は言い換えた。ということは、他殺でも自殺でもない人間が混じっているということだ。
She said one or more of the people was not. Wait. Okay, this sentence has struggled me, which means that one or more of the people was not killed by someone else and didn't commit suicide. None of the 6 committed suicide, which means that this sentence has completely fried my brain, which means that one or more of the people was not killed by someone else and didn't commit suicide. Yes, yes, okay, yes, okay, I'm with you. Oh my god, okay, yes. Now it means that one more between. Okay, they weren't killed by someone else and didn't commit suicide. But there's still a possibility that they died. As long as they weren't killed by someone else, it's still not a locked room. Just because they didn't commit suicide does not make it's not a locked room. Yes. Don't panic, Battler. Don't panic, Battler. This is the truth, okay?
6人の中に潜む犯人 X は5人を殺害後密室を構築した。
Okay.
そしてそこから何かの方法で逃れるか隠れるかするつもりだったんだ。
Yeah, and then accidentally, I know, yes. So they killed the other 5, then they plan to escape or they construct a locked room. They plan to escape or hide in that room, yeah, by some method. And then as they were trying to hide, a knife fell from the top shelf. Right? They were trying to hide it. Let's say they were trying to hide in a cupboard. A knife fell and just stabbed through them and they died. They didn't commit suicide. It was an accidental death. Repetition requested. Yep, accident. Yes, Battler, we're on the same page. Same page. Let's go. Let's go. Me and Battler are one, y'all. Accident. Again, Beto. Repetition requested. It's over. It's over. Checkmate. Come on. Checkmate. Come on. Let me get this W. We need this W. We needed this. Beto has done so many awful things lately. Ever since the freaking Tea Party. We need this W. Give it to me. Yeah, you better say Jigsaw. You better. Come on, give me this checkmate. Come on, please. 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 End it. Okay, what's your counter then? Your red sword is also my weapon, you know that, right? Oh, there were What are you doing, Pokemon? Bruno was like, hey, you better not say that. You're getting too far.
失礼。当方、ここで作戦タイムを所望いたします。しばしのご猶予をお許しください。
Please allow us a brief postponement. Come on, give us the W. Just give us the W.
正当な要求です。問題ないかと。
Fine. There should be no problem. Fine. God damn it.
おう、強化するぜ。
I'll allow that. Okay. Come on, just give us the W. It's checkmate. Come on.
俺も今まで散々そいつをもらってる。今度はお前がそれを使う番だぜ。
Okay, you know what? That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Clap. Okay, that's fair. I have been given those a lot. To be fair, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Okay, you're allowed to do. Okay, that's fair. That it would be unfair of me to do. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Take your break.
ありがとうございます。
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. You'll lose anyway.
さあ、お嬢様、こちらへ。そして心の中で静かに数字を100。
Let's quietly count to 100 in our heads. Let's calm down. Run away. This is awesome, yo. Even just Runobe keeping her silent and her being angry at not being able to talk. Silence her. Perfect. Freedom of speech? We're fighting against a witch. She does not deserve the freedom of speech. Stay silent. Freak you. Ah, I love these types of moments when Battler comes back against Berto. These are the best moments, yo. These are always the best moments. Always. It just feels so good because I hate her so much. I hate her so much, so it feels so good. As Berto grew thoroughly panicked and agitated, Runobe had quickly covered her mouth with his hand and suspended the game. He then pulled Berto away in the name of a strategy conference. W?
くそ。あの悪魔の執事め。ベアトが熱くなってる今が追い込む絶好のチャンスだったんだが。
That was an ideal chance to corner her. Berto normally behaves elegantly, but she actually has a really short temper and gets mad easily. Her normal intelligence falls silent when she starts getting agitated.
ロノウェは冷静ですね。
Yeah, Ronove seems good, yeah.
おそらくあの子に頭を冷やす時間を与えたのでしょう。あの子はあなたのチェックを外すことに意地になり、いくつかの大駒をやすやすと見捨てようとしていた。第一の番など、所詮は前哨戦。
Damn it, Battler, if you were this kid in episode 1 and 2, before Ronove showed up, we would have gotten her so good, man. She would have gotten agitated and we would have gotten her good. But now that Ronove's shown up, he's able to help her out. Dang it. Just like you're helping me out, though, to be fair. So, we both have our own assistants. Fine.
あの子は引き際を誤りかけた。
After all, the first fight is only a skirmish. That child mistook her timing. Right. Right.
つまりどういうことだよ。俺のチェックメイトは成立したのか。
I don't
しないのか。
I don't think you did. You created a check, but not a mate. She probably has something. But Ronove and her probably are gonna hook up a plan, right?
あの子は赤を宣言しかけていました。
Cook up a plan.
チェックメイトにはまだならないでしょう。しかしおそらく頭を冷やしたあの子はリザインを宣言するに違いありません。
So based on that, we can assume that she was going to proclaim in red that well, we can't take it for 100% truth, but she was probably going to proclaim in red that all the murders, well, all the deaths were homicides, and that's too big of a piece to reveal so early, probably. We don't want to become a checkmate yet, but imagine that child proclaim her resignation once she has cooled her head.
まさかあの負けず嫌いがか。
Though she hates losing.
ええ、負け戦は1秒でも早く兵を引き上げ、いかに損失を減らすかが肝要です。
So we did win, even though it's not checkmate. We did win.
難しいのはそれが負け戦であるかどうかを測ること。あの子の執事はそれを冷静に判断したようです。
So the butler saved her life there. Damn. Because she had said it in red, we could have continued. But then she would have revealed pieces too big that would have really left her damaging for the rest of the episodes. Would have been really bad for her. I see. So this is we're gonna get our W in the end. She's gonna resign. We're gonna get our W, but we also don't have the luxury of. Yes, we could have kept going and maybe wouldn't have gone the W right away. It would have given us the whole big W over the whole game board, which would have been more fun. Would have been like ideal. So we only get a minor W for now.
やれやれ。つまりあと一息のところで逃げられたってわけだな。ビシッと俺がチェックメイトを決めてとどめを刺すって流れには
No.
簡単にはならねえんだな。
No.
でもこれはあなたの勝ちだと判断してよいでしょう。
Facts. I know, right? We won this.
向こうはギリギリで大きな損失を踏みとどまったようですが、
But we still won.
それでもかなりのダメージを与えたに違いありません。
Yeah, we won this.
その傷の深さはあの子の狼狽ぶりから十分理解できたはずですよ。
Exactly. We made her really, really panic. We won this. We won this. The first Twilight, we won this. We won the first Twilight. That's true. That's just true. We won the first Twilight. That's facts. I don't care what anyone says. We won the first Twilight.
だな。これ以上いじめたら泣き出しちまいそうだぜ。
Oh, I would love that. I would love for her to start crying, yo. If she started crying as she was losing, dude, I could not be happier over someone's losing. I would not be happier at someone's misfortune than at Beato losing. That would make me happiest. Like, I'd be waking up extra early to wish misfortune on Beato, for real. As we talked, Ronovitz returned with Beato, who wore a meek expression. She didn't have the same bold smile as usual, but it looked like blood wasn't rushing to her head anymore.
よ
Yo,
お前の手番だぜ。
your turn, baby.
次の一手は決まったかよ。
Have you decided? Resign.
デザインだ。
Mother, we win. Mother soundtrack in the background, and we win.
この場はお前に勝ちを譲る。
Haha, we win. Beto told me that frankly. It seemed as though she had taken a far-sighted view, as though saying, if you want to laugh, then laugh. Haha, laugh! It was a bit of a buzzkill, and I lost my desire to attack her further. Oh.
ま、お前がリザインしたってのは結局のところ俺の説もお前の説も互いが相手を否定できないイーブンって意味だからな。
Oh, come on, Battler, come on! Don't do that! Don't let the XX chromosomes get to you. Laugh at her. She don't deserve it.
負けってよりは引き分けって意味で受け取っとくぜ。
Ah, you're being nice. Why are you being so nice to her? Frick her, man. Nah, this is our W. I treat it as a W. I don't care what Battler says. That's a W.
気持ち悪い同情などいらぬわ。
Exactly. You don't deserve it either. You don't deserve my compassion. Frick you.
この場はわらわの負けだと言っておる。そなたには雨に濡れた犬をさらに棒で叩く趣味があるというのか。
ねえよ。お前と違ってな。
Oh! Unlike you! You prick! We hate you! Haha. Even though she ridiculed me horribly when I showed signs of defeat, she was so pathetic when it was her turn. I thought of her as a pretty unfair person, but I decided to act with dignity as a winner and accepted it. I respect it, but I don't care. I wouldn't have acted like that. I hate her. I hate her, but I respect it. You acted with dignity compared to her when she cackles all the time and doesn't act with dignity. Alright? Just like, well, Runaway keeps telling her, you're being undignified. Yeah. Beata had resigned. That was the only result of the first Twilight. Beatrice couldn't counter my move of one of the 6 was a culprit, and that person died in an accident, correct. No, she probably could have countered it, but because of some strategic decision, she had given up. I felt less like I had won and more like she had escaped me one step from victory. She would reveal too much. In chess against witches, it is possible to battle onward solely using pieces called X, which don't need explanation. Oh, right, like you don't need to explain how accidents happen. You can just use the X accidents as a thing. Thanks to the Devil's Proof, I can create as many strange fictions as I want and use them to fight in the argument. But that's only within the context of chess with a witch. In our human world, such an abstract story can't explain anything. Yeah, but I still win against the witch. That's all that matters. The first fight today was a chain of 6 locked rooms. It certainly may be possible for a human. Beto hadn't been able to completely deny everything. However, I don't have a clue who committed the crime, why and how they actually did it. And you don't have a clue of the motive and all the details. So you're right, we don't know anything. Right? Because you only need to prove that it can be done by a human. But after that, what then? How did it actually happen? Sure, it can be done by a human, but how did a human actually do it? What was their motive? Why? How? More in depth. You need to explain the engineering behind it and everything. I shouldn't say this having won, but I get the feeling that I would have felt less muddled if I had just been told right up by Beatrice that it was completely impossible for a human. Although I hide behind these abstract pieces called X, I can deny that some kind of unthinkable, creepy intention had definitely pervaded this mansion. I guess you're right. That's the end of that chapter, and that's the end of this part. But you're right, Battler. Even... It's 9 p.m.? No, 9 a.m., sorry. Yeah. The key to the Golden Land is this chapter's name. The true enemy of holding a fort probably isn't the fear of unseen enemies. It's whether we can keep it going over a long period of time. Okay. Sure. Sure. I'm gonna end this here, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed this part of Umineko when they cry. This was a very satisfying part. I cannot lie to y'all. Any part with Berto's misfortune, like I said, is a very satisfying part. So we kinda we got the W, right? We got the W. That's all that matters. But what Battler said there at the end was right. Yes, we can explain what happened using human theories, right? We can say it was done by a human, and we've just explained a way that it can be done while also avoiding the red truths. But at the same time, even if that was the case, it's still a very weird, like, creepy thing going on, right? If all that is true, one of the culprits was one of the servants, killed them all, then committed or died by an accident. How, why, motives, the intention, like all the details, that is still very creepy and weird, and it just doesn't make much sense. If you think about it, if you go back to the human realm, forget which realm with Berto, human realm, it's just very weird. Imagine it was Kinzo that killed everyone and then accidentally died. You know, it's just creepy, and the details behind it is just eerie, right? And there's so many things that have to happen for it to work, right? Kinzo would have to specifically kill all of his servants, or one of the servants would have to kill everyone else, including Kinzo. I don't know, it's just very weird. It is creepy at the end of the day. It's just some weird... the intention behind it would just feel really weird. So Battler makes a good point at the end there. So I can keep arguing this X all I want. It will work against a battle in a battle against a witch, sure. And I can keep arguing with the Devil's Proof all I want. But I mean, it still is a bit But okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this part of Umineko when they cry. Virgilia, I have to shout out Virgilia for being the best second I could have in Umineko, at the very least. And yeah, we'll continue on next time, and we'll probably have some more, I think, sibling discussions is what's gonna happen next time at the start here. So yeah, I really need to go to pee, because I haven't peed in the last... How long have we been recording? 2 hours now? An hour and a half? 2 hours? I don't know. So I really need to pee. I haven't peed in a couple of hours now. So yeah, and I don't take a break when recording these, so I really need to pee. Alright, I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. I hope you guys have enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed reading it. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for 96 subscribers. I have no idea what I'm going to do for 100, but thank you for 96. Whoever subscribed and all of you subscribers, thank you very much. I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this as much as you enjoyed reading it, as always, like I like to say. And alright, y'all. Peace.